back, everybody. I think my most recent video of Lord of the Rings LCG play was a little better, so we're going to keep going here. Today is the lore deck. If you weren't here with me last time, just so we know, we are doing Passage Through Mirkwood, and this is the flies and spiders portion of this. But the story is, you are traveling through Mirkwood Forest, carrying an urgent message from King Thranduil to the Lady Galadriel of Lorien. As you move along the dark trail, the spiders gather towards you. And per the setup, it says I have to put a forest spider and a copy of Old Forest Road to the staging area, which is over here. And then, it tells me that the nastiest things they saw were the cobwebs, dark, dense cobwebs with threads extraordinarily thick, often stretched from tree to tree, or tangled in the lower branches on either side of them. There were none stretched across the path, but whether because some magic kept it clear, or for what other reason they could not guess. From The Hobbit. Alright, sorry for that brief pause there, everybody. I had to take a phone call. Alright, so we are headed into Flies and Spiders, as per usual, and I'm going to put them up here because they're a little easier to see. Each character gets a resource. With the lore deck, we're looking at Glorfindel, Denethor, and Barivor. So we are going to head into our deck and draw 6 cards to start. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, as per the first phase of the game, draw a card. Alright. We can play attachments, we can play allies. And right off the bat, we have something that's pretty good. I'm going to kind of hope that if there's a larger ally that comes out, I'll use that, which is attached to an enemy engaged with the player. Attached enemy cannot attack. That's really good for the next scenario, but I'm not going to talk about that. I can hear some of you going, Matt, why aren't you deck building yet? Well, I'm just trying to show you everything that comes in the core box. This will allow me to draw a card, but this one, I can spend all my resources now, will let me exhaust her to heal up to 2 damage on any one hero. So I think I'm going to do that. We'll play that card here. Alright. Okay. And now that we've done, and kind of show you, we've done the resource phase, planning phase, and now questing phase. Alright. Oh, by the way, our threat to start is 30 on this deck. So we have 30 threat. Okay. Put it right there. I'm trying to squish everything in so you can kind of see how things are going here and there. Alright, so right now we have 2, 3 threat heading to the quest, and we need 8 progress tokens to get through. I think I will have Glorfindel commit to the quest. I know he hits for the hardest, but he also commits the hardest. And since we have... never mind. I'm not going to commit him. Wait. No, I will. Because that forest spider's getting an extra hit this turn. But Denethor's got lots of shielding going on. And then let's put in Barivor as well. That gives us 5 for the quest. Alright. I'm going to draw a card here, because it's 1 per player. Ungoliant Spawn right away. Oh, this should be fun. Nice short video, everybody. When revealed, each character currently committed to the quest gets -1 until the end of the phase. So now it's 2, I only have 3. Ungoliant Spawn also gives us 3 threat. So we have 6 on the table. Only 3 got through, so we have to take the difference in threat. So I go up to 33. Which also means Ungoliant Spawn gets to attack me right away. Like I said, this should be lots of fun. However, we do have the travel phase. And this Old Forest Road is when we travel there, we may choose and ready 1 character they control. And it says first player, but I'm playing solo, so I'm always the first player. Alright, so we're going to travel here, and I will stand up Glorfindel. See if we can do some damage. Alright, so both are going to engage since my threat is 33. I would have been able to avoid Ungoliant Spawn if I had committed more to the quest, but I didn't. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I've got to deal with these guys. So the attack will happen. Let's do the forest spider first, and the forest spider. Whoops! I hope don't make anybody dizzy doing that. The forest spider, when it engages with a player, get +1. So it's hitting for 3. So tell you what, I'm going to have Denethor defend that one. All right. And we have a card with no shadow ability. All right. We are also still playing on easy mode. Any of the cards that have the gold around their symbol, like that, I took out. Okay, so now Ungoliant Spawn is hitting for 5. Well, it's nice while it was out, but I think I still want to try to hit something. I'm going to do the Daughter of the Nimrodel is going to take it. She is going to die, but we don't have a shadow. And she'll go into discard. Alright, let me see if I have anything in here that would help me out. I'm definitely going to be using that on Ungoliant Spawn right at the beginning, since all my heroes will get something here. So, Glorfindel hits for 3. It's not going to do much against Ungoliant Spawn, so what we're going to do here is we're going to have him attack the Forest Spider. It blocks 1, and it will take 2 damage. Alright. So that's after the combat phase. Now, everyone will ready themselves, and we raise our threat. We would pass the first player token, but I'm the first player. Okay, so everyone's going to get a resource, and we'll draw a card. So now I'm definitely going to spend, it's still expensive, but I'm going to spend this card, the resources here. Attached to an enemy engaged with a player. Attached enemy cannot attack. So let's hope that no shadow abilities come out that make me discard that attachment. We'll see what happens. So this way, Ungoliant Spawn will not be able to attack us for at least a little bit. Positive is nothing is in the staging area, which means we can do some questing. And since Ungoliant Spawn is not going to attack, I'm not going to worry too much about some stuff getting through. So Glorfindel is going to be committed to the quest. I would like to see if we can get some damage on that Forest Spider, enough to kill it. I doubt be able to do that, but we'll see. Maybe something will happen. Alright, so our quest card is Dol Guldur Orcs. When revealed, the first player chooses one character currently committed to a quest. Deal 2 damage to that character. Could be worse. Glorfindel has 5 damage. 5 hit points. And they bring in 2 to the quest. So, Glorfindel adds 1 to the active location. Alright. So now we travel. We don't need to because we've already traveled there. And I do believe I'm doing that correctly, though I'm probably doing it wrong. One active location at a time. Yep, so we can't travel anywhere, and we can't re-travel. Okay, so let's go ahead and, since Ungoliant Spawn can't attack, we'll have Denethor block the Forest Spider. And for the shadow card, it is this, no shadow ability. Alright, and so then Barivor is going to attack the Forest Spider. Barivor is not going to bother trying to, oh, hold on. Before you hit that keyboard, hold on. Let's head over here. This does engage with us. So Barivor will have to defend against them. Alright, so they're hitting for 2, but let's see what happens with a shadow card. We do have a shadow. Attacking enemy gets +1 axes. I'm going to call them axes. Attack strength. Which means that they have a 3. And so Barivor only has 2 to block, so she will get 1 wound. One thing I have learned about this game so far is it can happen where it's just going to be what it is, and you're going to get just walloped right away. That's why what I love about this game is that it's actually quite an easy setup, as long as you have everything organized well. And I can just shuffle everything back up and try again. So, but anyway, so I have nothing that I can attack with. So everyone will stand. Stand. I keep saying stand. Ready. And then I have to raise my threat. Everyone gets their resources again. Alright. Hopefully I'm done wasting resources and I can get allies out there. Alright, so I've got some stuff I could do here. I still don't have enough resources to play Gandalf, though. It's good to know that he's in there. If I play the Miner of the Iron Hills, after at display, choose and discard one condition attachment from play. We don't have any of that going on right now. In fact, let me move this so it's a bit more even. And you can see a little bit better. There we go. It's center and there's not so much dead space. Okay. I also have Erebor Hammersmith. After you play him, return the topmost attachment in any player's discard pile to their hand. I only have an ally in my discard pile. The last thing I have is Gleowin. Exhaust Gleowin to choose a player. That player draws a card. So I'm actually going to play out the Hammersmith, and the reason why is he's got the most hit points for me right now, and he's got the most damage that he can do. So, and he doesn't cost me too much. Only 2 resources. All right. So now we're going to quest. Glorfindel will go on the quest, and I'm debating whether or not to send anyone else. As long as I have some defenders and I can't do much damage yet, I will send Beravor on the quest. So we're going in with 5. We flip over 1 card per player. And this is a Forest Spider. This does not have a when revealed ability, but it comes in with 2 threats, so we're going to add 3 to the location and quest. 2 would go on this one, taking it out, with 1 going on Flies and Spiders. Great, we need 8. All right, we're doing great. So now, travel. There is no location out in the staging area, just a spider, which is going to come and attack us. You know, I will say I'm really bad at shuffling. So when it comes down to, you know, if you're going to play this game with me, I'm going to tell you the enemies are all going to come out right away. And look what happened. Let me move this guy down because we're going to need some room. Okay. Optional engagement. I mean, he's going to come at me anyway. So, let's see. Do I have any events in hand that would work well? Just this one that lets me look at cards in my deck. And this one, I just don't have any resources to pay for any of it yet. Okay. So, let's just go down the line without worrying about Ungoliant's spawn. So let's give them their... Actually, let me do some math. This is hitting for 3. So obviously, Denethor could defend against it. But I want to see what hits for the least amount. And that would actually be either one of these 2 cards. So the reason I say that is I'm actually going to let through the attack of the Dol Guldur orcs. And they're hitting for 2 with no shadow ability. So I will put all that 2 onto Denethor. Okay. So now I will have Denethor defend against this Forest Spider in particular because he's got 3 defense. And hoping... Oh, we have a shadow ability from King Spider. Defending player must choose and exhaust 1 character they control, 2 if it's undefended. So I do have to exhaust the Erebor Hammersmith. The Forest Spider hits for 3. Denethor is fine. Alright, so this is getting undefended over here. And so we have no shadow ability, but it is coming through with 2 hits. We'll put those 2 hits, and the only person... I could put it on... Let me put it on Beravor. It's going great, folks. It's going great. Alright. Ungoliant can't attack because it's trapped. Alright. So now we... Ready, everybody? Our threat goes up. And we put out some resources. The next round. Alright, so we got a lot going on. A lot of bad stuff going on. This actually is the deck I win with the most, but just not working for me today. And we draw a card. Actually, not a bad card to draw. So I'm going to play that right now. And I'm going to heal Denethor, because he's actually... Beravor. Okay. I also could play the Dwarf of the Iron Hills. But I could also play Gleowin. Let's do that. We're going to play Gleowin because then I can draw cards. Extra cards. And I can basically go questing with Glaeowyn, and we're going to do that now. So I'm going to commit that, and that I will need 3 defenders. So we're committing 4 to the quest. See what we have. The Forest Gate, which is at a 2. So 2 are going to go on the quest here. And let's just substitute that for a 3 marker right now. All right. We may now travel. Let's see what this does for us. After you travel to the Forest Gate, the first player may draw 2 cards. Sure. Granted, it's got 4 to get through it, but perhaps we can get a 0. Nope. I just have all my expensive cards in hand. It's not a bad one, but 5 resources. So what do we got here for abilities? Denethor. Exhaust Denethor to look at the top card of the encounter deck and move it to the top or bottom. Not bad. Barivor lets me draw 2 cards. So, alright. Let's go ahead. I don't have to worry about any of the 3s because of the engagement's already happening. So, let's just go ahead and give out some shadow cards. Okay. So, Forest Spider here will hit for 2. I will defend with the Erebor Hammersmith on that. Let's see if we have a shadow ability, and we don't. Okay, so hits for 2. He blocks 1, and we take 1 damage on him. Okay. All right, now the Dol Guldur Orcs are going to go. They hit for 2. We're going to have Barivor defend against that. Nope, you know what? Yeah, Barivor will defend against that. And there is a shadow ability from the Forest Spider. Defending player must choose and discard 1 attachment they control. This is not good because that means the only attachment that they control right now is the one that was on Ungoliant's spawn. That basically stopped Ungoliant from attacking. Deal it a shadow card. Alright, so Denethor will defend against the Forest Spider with no shadow ability. Alright, and Ungoliant spawn is going to hit for 5, and it's an undefended attack with no shadow ability. Sadly, I think we're going to say goodbye to Denethor because he doesn't do much for the quest or for fighting. So he's discarded. Okay, 2 of my 3 heroes are down. Alright. That's it. I had no one to attack with, so I'm readying everybody again. Raising my threat by 1. And on to the next round. I wouldn't mind trying this one again, folks. If you think this, went so terribly bad, I could go for another round of it. Because, like I said, I usually have good luck with the lore deck, but oh well. All right, so I get my 2 resources now. All right, and I get a card, another one of these, but I only have 3 resources this time. So I could also choose to play the Miner of the Iron Hills, at least to get another ally out there to soak up some of the damage that's coming our way, but when it's undefended, I'm going to check. I do believe it has to go to a hero. One of the heroes, yeah. So, we're in a tricky spot. You know what? I'm going to hold off on anything right now. And I'll try to defend in some sort of smart way. Sadly, this means I don't think I'm going to send anyone on the quest. So the threat being added is nothing. But it is a 1 revealed. Each enemy in each location currently in the staging area gets +1 threat until the end of the phase. If there are no cards in the staging area, driven by shadow gains Surge. And Surge means we get another card. Or is it another 2? Rules reference to the rescue. Surge. Bad soda for you, kids. Surge. Reveal an additional card. Okay. So we have Mountains of Mirkwood, which gives us 2 threat. And so since we committed nothing to the quest, our threat goes up by 2. All right. We can't travel because we have an active location, but we have 4 enemies. Let's see if I can make it through this round. Should be fun. Alright. Alright, so the forest spider hits for 2. Let's have... what the heck? Glaeowyn will defend against the forest spider. Has a shadow ability of attacking enemy gets +1 strength, which would kill off Glaeowyn. The Dol Guldur orcs hitting for 2 will have Glorfindel defend against that. No shadow. So Glorfindel blocks only for 1 this time. Give him a wound. Forest Spider here hits for 2. I'll have the Erebor Hammersmith defend against that one. Do we have a shadow ability? We do not. Hits for 2, so he's going to take 1 damage here. And then Barivor will defend against Ungoliant's spawn, who hits for 5 at this point. Let's see if it gets any worse. No shadow ability. So Barivor has the ability to block for 2. She'll take 3. So we barely made it through. Okay. I have nothing to attack with, as you can see. So let's go ahead and stand everybody up. All right. Oh, sorry. Yeah, my threat's going to go up by 1. I gave everyone my resources already. We draw a card. This one's not bad, but at a point where I've got a lot of cards in hand that could be helpful, and I really want to put this forest snare out again. Part of me wants to put down an ally, but I think the best thing is to put that forest snare onto Ungoliant's spawn again. So let's spend our 3. Goes underneath. And then I have 1 left. I mean, I could choose that to put it on the Mountains of Mirkwood, but I have a feeling because I'm going to have to defend against 3 attacks that questing's not possible. So sure, let's do that again. Spend my 1. This one is choose a location in the staging area until the end of the phase. That location does not contribute its threat. And so we're in the questing phase now, I should say. Reveal the 1. That is another forest spider. Has no 1 revealed option, but it does give me 2 threat. Alright, we do not have any traveling. The engagement will happen. There's a reason I'm picking this deck up. This one's going to come at us for 3 this round, so I'll try to remember that. An Ungoliant spawn is not attacking. We've run out of the encounter deck, so we're off to shuffle this one. We could technically also take this event away from the staging area. Alright, so either way, I think our Hammersmith is going to die. And I think we may have actually officially lost, but let's see what happens. I'm going to have him defend against that forest spider. And no shadow. Hits for 2. He can only block 1. He is out. Alright. Glorfindel, does he want to try to block that one? Either way, either of them. Both of them are going to die anyway. So let's just go out and blaze a glory, I guess. If this can be called glorious. He's going to defend against the Dol Guldur orcs, who do have a shadow ability. Defending player must choose and exhaust 1 character they control. 2 if it's undefended. Alright, so it's hitting for 2. He can only block 1. Oh wait, he's not quite dead. So he's at 4. The forest spider here was going to be blocked by Barivor, but the shadow ability of King Spider over there stopped that from happening. So it's just going to attack. Let's do Barivor. Has a shadow ability, gets +1 strength. Barivor is out. And then this forest spider will attack. It's going to attack for 2. No shadow ability, and has killed off Glorfindel. Probably one of the faster games of Lord of the Rings I've had, especially on an easy mode. But that's Passage Through Mirkwood with the lore deck. Join me next week. We're going to take a look at the spirit deck. Same scenario. And let's see if we can lose as quickly next week as we lost this week. See you next time, everybody. Bye.